The Silk Road Adventure, a Minecraft project by Cory, Jessica, Alex, and Tyler. Our Minecraft game takes place in ancient China. This deals with social studies standards for the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade age group. So middle school students are the target audience of our game. The game begins in a small Chinese village. Students spawn at the point where there are directions for how to play the game. The game explains that students will be traveling the Silk Roads, and they will be using emeralds, which they collect here, to purchase goods from the Emperor's storehouse. Ultimately, the goal is for students to accumulate as many emeralds as possible. That way they can purchase the most amount of goods to trade in the final destination, which is Kashgar. So as students explore this city, they will encounter several mini-games, which provide opportunities for them to earn extra emeralds. The first mini-game that students might discover is a mini-game concerning irrigation and terrace farming. Students will locate the terrace farming portion of the village and again will encounter clear instructions depicted on a small stone wall. There's a chest next to the stone wall for the collection of the goods, and students will then utilize the terraces for farming activities. They'll collect their emeralds and be able to continue exploring. As students progress, they will find another mini-game task, which directs them to help repair the Great Wall. There are several pieces of tangential information built into this particular game, such as the mention of Shi Huangdi, who was an important figure in ancient Chinese history. Students will collect emeralds here when they finish the task, and this particular task is outlined on a stone pillar, and all of the tools that students need are provided, such as the crafting tables and recipes on the wall. Following this mini-game opportunity, students may choose to spend their emeralds in the Emperor's storehouse. Goods are contained in the chests, and other optional materials to ensure success along the Silk Roads may be purchased. Students then find a llama in the llama pen. They'll tame the llama utilizing a lead, and then they'll attach a chest to their llama. Inside the chest, they'll carry the goods from the Emperor's storehouse. Then, students may embark on their travels through the Silk Roads. The idea is for students to form their own caravans. So ideally, a group of 4 to 5 or even 6 students would be working in the same game at the same time. That way, students can experience the caravan travel that took place along the Silk Roads, and they'll also have a sustainable number of people for playing in survival mode. This game is executed in survival mode so that students can experience the various hazards along their trade route and will come to understand that the life of a merchant was not particularly safe or free from challenges. As students travel, we estimate they will take about half of a Minecraft day in this first portion of the Silk Road. They can only move as quickly as their llama can follow, which means that there can be no high-speed Minecraft movement. Otherwise, the lead will break. Students will arrive at a trading post. This trading post is a city where students can restock their supplies. They can also participate in an additional mini-game where they'll build their own journal to record their experiences. And there is a boarding house where students may safely spend the night. At the landing portion of the trading post, there are directions, again clearly articulated on sandstone walls, and within the marketplace, various vendors sell a variety of supplies. The market trade operates on the honor system, so students will open a particular chest from a particular booth. They will select the goods that they intend to receive, and in return they will use the currency of our world, which is emeralds. It's a pretty even one-to-one trade for all of the items within our Minecraft game. Initially, students will be busy with the business of trading, but then they'll want to explore the other buildings at this outpost. Inside of this building is the opportunity for students to create their journal. The goal of the journal is to function as a deliverable throughout the gameplay so that students can stay on task and the teacher has some measure of accountability for the students. Recipes are contained on the walls as well as other hints. And this is the boarding house where students may safely spend the night if they so desire. The next morning, upon setting out on the Silk Road, students will notice that the color of the ground that they're following, the pathway, has changed. Prior to this point, the students were following a sand path, but now they're following a red sand path to help to keep them on task and direct them in the area that we want them to travel. During this leg of the journey, students travel through the open desert. This imitates the real-life roadmap of the Silk Roads in terms of crossing the Takarakan Desert. Students travel once again following this pathway until they reach another mini-game opportunity. In this particular mini-game, students have the opportunity to obtain goods that they may sell at their end destination, the city of Kashgar. Here in this minigame, students will create a selection of fireworks. The directions are contained on the wall, and there's plenty of crafting tables students may use. Dispensers embedded in the walls of the building provide the necessary ingredients for students to create their fireworks. Fireworks will help students earn additional emeralds when they reach here, the trading city of Kashgar. During ancient times, the city of Kashgar was along the Silk Roads at about the halfway point, where east met west. So we tried to give the city of Kashgar a multicultural feel and used a variety of glazed terracotta as the awnings here in our marketplace. The marketplace is quite substantial, as is the city walls and the structure we built around it. As always, right at the entrance to the city, there are detailed directions for how to execute trades in this environment and a reminder of the winning conditions of the game. Students enter through pressure plate doorways, and then they're able to survey the landscape. Down the steps leads to the marketplace, and to the left a sign directs them to llama parking, a place to park their llama and to be able to move about freely in the marketplace. Again, directions are posted at the base of the stairs next to the llama parking to once again provide students with scaffolded directions. Students leave their llama in the parking zone and take the goods out of their llama's chest in order to progress over to the marketplace. It was important to us to build an extremely large marketplace so that there would not be any congestion of activity. Students have a variety of booths where they can purchase and also sell their goods. The goal is for students to sell the raw goods that they brought with them from the ancient Chinese village in the very beginning, and then to purchase finished goods that they can then return to that village carrying. There are multiple booths for each type of good spread throughout the entire marketplace so that students will be able to interact in various areas of Kashgar without losing any of the experience. Again, trading operates on the honor system and uses the chess system as explained in the trading post. Our game is educational because it emulates real-life content, such as trade along the Silk Roads and the cultural diffusion that also took place. But it's really fun to play too because it's much better than reading out of a textbook and simply taking notes. Instead, students get to have their very own simulated Silk Road adventure.